go over here.
So I'm not like when he'll start hitting them. I'm not worried about him. We're not talking about RJ today. He had a great game last night, even though we lost. He had 27, shot really efficient. I'm not worried about RJ. Trust me. What I'm worried about is our head coach, bro. Our head coach is fucking atrocious. Atrocious. I want to see him fired. I never want to see him in New York. And I appreciate him for what he's done the last 2 years. I'm lying. I appreciate what he did for that 1 year. And last year was kind of like, eh. He was still fucking up the rotations. This year, I will give him credit. He has shown a willingness to adjust the lineup. However, I will say this. He is just a fucking moron with his scheme, honestly. Teams are so elite at shooting three-pointers right now. Every team has players that can shoot three-pointers. If they're wide open, will shoot 50% wide open. Okay? And the fact that we predicate our defensive system on protecting the paint and sprinting to a closeout is fucking idiotic, and it needs to be adjusted. We need to be changed. You cannot win in the NBA now guarding the paint primarily and then having your players sprint to close out on three-point shooters. People get their release off too fast. There's players that are too good to knock it down three-point shots, okay? And that's how the league adjusted. And it's impressive because the league adjusted because of Thibs. Like, Thibs was running this system back in late 2000s, early 2010s. He was running the system back then, and it was glitchy as fuck because you didn't have players who could shoot at such a high volume and so well like they do now. So that's why you saw the league make a change, and that's why people like Curry and people who could shoot really, really well and play really, really well off the ball have exploded, and that's why playing well off the ball and shooting the three is so valuable now because they know that teams can really key in and lock in on the paint. Okay, but it's hard to close out when somebody can get their release off so quickly and not. So my whole point is either Tibbs should show a willingness to change the scheme because it's failing us right now, or he should be fired. And I got news for you. Tibbs doesn't have the willingness to change a lot of things. That's why I gave him credit when he changed the rotation this year, like decent amount of times. Obi still is playing somewhere around the 15 to 16 minute range, which is criminal because that shouldn't happen. But he has gone to Obi more. He has played Obi and Randall together more, and that's been exciting to see because, lo and behold, the last game we played before, what was the first? Who the fuck did we? I don't even know who we played last night. I'm just so angry. But the night we played that before, we fucking went on a 29-15 run with Randall and Obi, and we ended up winning the game. We played the Sixers the night before without Embiid and Harden, and we were losing. It took a 29-15 run in the fourth quarter with a Randall Obi lineup at the front court for us, like a 29-15 run for us to go on to win. And that was without their two best players. That should never happen with a team that's fully healthy like we are. Okay? So, like I said, either the scheme has to change or Tibbs has to get fired, and you know he ain't changing shit unless he absolutely has to. And I'm at the point right now where Tibbs has to go, bro. He has to get the fuck out of New York. Honestly, Randall's playing. There's times when Randall just has defensive lapses, but like just because of how bad our scheme is, I think that's honestly Tibbs' fault. Because Randall has shown the willingness to play good defense. He's shown effort this year. He's playing way better than he did last year on offense. Okay, him and Brunson seem to be doing really good in the pick and roll and the pick and pop. But it's at a point right now where I honestly think Tibbs is failing the team, and it's the players need to shoot better. RJ, Randall, players need to play better defensively. Brunson, Barrett, and we need to get a little more healthier. I'm talking about Grimes. Fournier needs to play less or get traded. But we're at the point right now where I really think Tibbs is failing us, and a change needs to be made because if we start, if we go mediocre in our next like 10 games, like 4-6 or 3-7 or 5-5, like there has to be a change.